campaign. And we happen to have actually some film footage of one of the recent rallies that you had, and this was actually in the Payne and Case area, I believe it was. And I'm looking to our control room. It looks like we're ready to go. We have some film footage, so let's take a quick look and see all the energy.
Sure, absolutely.
So I'll tell you, there's nothing more exciting than parading down the street with a drum corps that knows what they're doing. Man, they were good. They were great. How did you find that drum corps?
Well, absolutely. That's one of my campaign team that we know this group, and we have used them in the past for parade. Especially, they are excellent, and they are excellent support of my campaign. And the rally down Payne, Maryland, Case area, that's a step and a point that we wanted people to know who is B. Kevin Zhang. And a lot of my supporter, my campaign team, we talk to all these neighbor and labor residents in that area particularly, and say, what are the issues that you want to hear in the east side? What do you like to see improve in the east side that we can help? And that's the purpose of that rally. So I think it's very exciting.
Exactly, and you know, I had the honor of being able to participate in the fun, and people came out of their houses to see what was all the excitement about, and the noise, but the excitement for sure. And I certainly got the impression that many of them were happy that they had a chance that they could talk to you, that they really felt like that they have been sort of overlooked and forgotten, and that really nobody much cares. Nobody comes to their neighborhood to make a ruckus and to make a difference.
Right.
And I think they were kind of surprised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me and my campaign team, we worked real hard for this, and this rally in there, and that's the purpose that we wanted people to come out and talk to us about the concern and see that we cared about them, and we want to hear the voice and the concern. That's the purpose of it. So I think it was a great turnout, and we had over 200 people on the rally that night, and we have a lot of residents that come out, business owners that came out and talked to us about their concerns and issue in the east side. So I think that's an excellent point. So.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Now I understand that we have a caller on the line, so let's invite them to the table and see what they would like to add to the discussion.
Okay.
Caller, thank you for calling in. Questions or comments for either myself or my guest this evening?
Well, I have a comment for your guest tonight, and that is that I'm a teacher in St. Paul, and so many of my students that come from overseas to America, what I hear them telling me is that we had more rights in the country that we came from than the country that we've come to, that they have way more hoops to jump through, way more permits to pay for. And that's kind of what I see here in Maplewood under Will Rosbach and our new city council here that's been putting government rule over the people in Maplewood. And so we really, I'd love to see someone do something about what's going on in St. Paul and make businesses have an easier chance to open for business. And I think with, new people coming in and seeing America maybe the way that America used to be, I think that would be a good thing. And so I would definitely vote for B. Kevin Sean. And I think he'd be a good choice over most of the American candidates that we have running for office.
Okay, well, very good. Well, you make sure that you tell your students who live in Ward 3, Ward 6 rather, Ward 6, who they should be voting for, or who you would vote for if you lived in Ward 6.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that call. This kind of brings us to that idea about pursuing the American dream. And you see a lot of, we talked a little bit about this on the east side, folks who have come to America, that they've made this their home and that they are pursuing the American dream. And maybe in some small way, being a city council member is part of your American dream as well, because I understand you have some other politicians in your family.
Well, yes, I do. Eventually, it's a great honor to be here in this country. This is a great country that we all live in here, the most powerful country that we live in, and this is an opportunity for everyone to be succeed, and this is a country. And it's my great pleasure to be here. I want to thank my family that brought me here, and my older brother was a city councilor in Eau Claire too. So it's American dream, yes. And I always have a dream that someday I will be like my brother, to serve for the community that we love and to serve for the people that we care for. And that's here I am, and that's why I decided to run for city council this year. And I totally agree with the resident or teacher that they just call in. I apologize I didn't get the first name, but I just want to say thank you for calling in to support me here tonight. And most of the students that are in class are from Asia or overseas. I think I heard what he's saying there. And yes, we pay tax because we live here. We pay tax. We pay for permit. We pay for license just like everyone else. And this is an opportunity for everyone to live here, to be succeed, and that's what we need to do. There's no complaint about it. But there's something that the resident himself, they can have some complaint because the government does not do what people want, and that way we can improve it. And that's what I'm hearing, that we can change. Right. We can work together and get that improved. So.
Right, and you make a good point in that. If the folks felt that the government was doing the right thing by the people, then they probably would say, well, yes, we can understand why we need to maybe pay more taxes or need to do this or need to do that. But if they feel like they're not being heard and that nobody is prioritizing the people first,
correct.
Well, then that's part of why they're probably complaining as well.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Now, I understand we have another caller on the line.
Okay.
See, it always takes one call, and then it kind of warms everybody up.
Okay.
So anyway, so let's invite our caller to the line here. Caller, questions or comments for us this evening?
Hi, Mayor Lundgren. Thanks for this excellent show. Dan Bostrom, Councilmember Dan Bostrom is just worn out, in my opinion, and it's all negative. We need somebody in there who's going to work for some positive objectives. Somebody who's going to make it safe over in these sides. It's so dangerous out there now. You don't know what you're going to run into any time of the day. We need somebody who can work for safety. And it's troubling. Dan Bostrom used to be a cop, and he still can't seem to get the safety idea correct. Second, we need somebody who's going to work for property taxes, and they keep going up. And our property values are going down. We need somebody who can start capping these things, because these property taxes and these fees they have for everything are just getting astronomical. They're driving us out. You can see how many foreclosed homes there are. Every block there's a couple of foreclosed homes. Number three, they're so disrespectful. If you go to the city council, they hassle you, they intimidate you, they make it so you can't talk to them, and if you're not one of the good old boys, they don't even want to see it. Dan Bostrom is a shining symbol of that problem. And the fourth thing that needs to be worked on in the east side of St. Paul is education, because education is a failure. Dan Bostrom has failed, and I'm glad there's new blood. Thanks for running. Everybody that I know is voting for you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, caller. Absolutely, we know the East Side used to be a very nice side of St. Paul, and it's very good city to raise kids. And now we see that. By the way, East Side is the #1 crimes and violence that has been increasing in the last several years, and absolutely he was correct about that. And my #1 goal in the East Side is to improve the city for people to live. That's how we want to improve the city. Why do you want to improve? What kind of program do you want to improve? And we want to bring safety to the East Side so that everyone feel comfortable, feel loved to stay in the East Side, even sit in their home, their couch, their yard, walk into the store, stay with the kids while waiting for a bus. You know, that we need to make sure that they are safe, and that's my #1 goal in there. And myself, I have promised to many people, and I told many people that basically when I got elected to city council, you don't have to come meet me down City Hall. I'm a real estate agent. I do have my own business. You can come meet me anytime in the East Side. Walk in my door, and my door open for you to come in and share your ideas and your concerns every day. And that's what I need to do. And I heard a lot of complaint about different council that had not responded to phone call. They had not been involved in a lot of community activities, events, and myself, like I said, I served for the community for many years and involved in the community. That's something I love to do and something I will work, and I will attempt events or anything that we need to improve. And also, I think he mentioned about education. Education, it's a plus. We want to make sure that we have good resource and enough resource for our kids, and we'll make sure that we work with school boards and make sure that we have good program for kids and make sure that we have proper staff. We have good condition on those schools that we need to improve for our kids. And I think that's very important too, that he mentioned.
Exactly. And another issue too that I've become more aware of, especially on the East Side, is that the Park and Rec community centers where the kids go to for at the playgrounds, and there's programming there and whatever, is that the community rec centers on the east side of St. Paul, even though they serve the greatest number of students and children, they have the most limited hours available. And so if you want to keep children's hands busy and you want to keep them engaged and teach them life skills, what better place to do it than at these community rec centers? And rather than limit the programs and limit the hours, broaden them. And so that way then kids will be involved with those activities, which are very positive, rather than trying to find something to do in the streets.
That's the answer to reduce crime in the east side. Basically, yes, we do have that. We do have the Parks and Recs, Community Recs Center in the east side, and we want to make sure that the hours are, available for kids after school program. That's what we want. Safety. That's the answer to reduce crimes in the east side, and we want to make sure that hours at the library are open for kids, and not just 7 o'clock you close the library. That's not good. And Parks and Recs you close at 7 o'clock. That's not good. We want to make sure that we have enough hours in there for our kids and in our program for kids. That's what we want these kids off the street and get off trouble. That's how we improve safety.
Yeah, yes. Exactly. Yes. And of course, the rally that you had started out at one of those community rec centers and then ended there as well. And I don't know if in our next clip or not, if we have a little shot of that or not, but let's play the next clip
Okay.
and see if we, I don't know exactly what we got, but we'll take a look.
Okay,
We'll see what we've got.
All right.
Okay, let's take a look. Okay.
Tonight is about a new vision. Tonight is about new leadership. Tonight is about a better St. Paul, Minnesota. Tonight is about a better East Side. It starts right now, tonight with you. We're marching. This rally is about getting B. Kevin Young on the St. Paul City Council Ward 6. We will give you his message, but I want to let you know that we're running under the Green Party because we said we want to put politics aside and put people first. We want to put people first in everything we do. We want to put people first on the east side of St. Paul. We need you to tell every neighbor about B. Kevin Young and that he want to bring jobs to the east side of St. Paul. We need you to tell every neighbor about B. Kevin Young because he's concerned about crime on the east side of St. Paul. Now I understand we got a 24-year veteran police officer running the east side right now, and we had killers right around the corner. We had problems right around the corner. We need a new leader. We need new vision. We need B. Kevin Young on the east side of St. Paul. And I need you to help me get the word out about B. Kevin Young. We got empty houses on every block in this neighborhood. We got vacant houses on every block in this neighborhood. I promise you that B. Kevin Young, and tell everybody about this man that he's concerned about housing. He knows about housing. He said we're going to turn those empty houses into homes. Now, I can talk about B all night, and I won't. Although I want to just tell you, he's a family man. I do want to tell you he cares about people. I do want to tell you that he loves children, and he has a passion for our elderly. I want to tell you that I need you to stand up, rally up, and please get behind me in supporting B. Kevin Young. Now, I'm going to go on with the program, but I swear to God, I can tell you about this man all night. Get to know him yourself. He's a good man. He's a good man, and that's what we need. Somebody that's willing to stand up and make things better for all income people on the east side. At this time, I'd like to bring Elder Bobby Kobe up to talk just a little bit about this east side and this man.
So there you go. That in the background, of course, was indeed the community rec center.
Right.
And that was Johnny Howard speaking, of course, why he supports you and feels that you would be an excellent city council member for Ward 6. So
Yes, John, and it's a huge part of my campaign. He has supported me from day one throughout, and he gave me a lot of energy and a lot of ideas how we can work together with the residents so that we can improve the city for a better one for everybody to live. So.
right, and he has been very involved throughout his whole entire life in St. Paul, working to make things better. He is a known name, a known person that has a lot of energy, that people know that when he feels that somebody's going to be working for St. Paul, they know they can trust what Johnny says.
Absolutely. He had done a lot in St. Paul, and a lot of people respect him and knows him well, and he cared about people too, so that's why he supported my campaign.
Yeah, exactly. And for our viewers out there, I want to mention that if you'd like to find out more about B. Kevin's campaign or what's on his website, we have the website there on the screen there, so you can write it down, and after the program, go and take a look at what's on the website and find out more. Now, and I know that we didn't have room to be able to put B's phone number on the screen, so I'll give you just a moment for you to pick up that pen and that paper, because B's going to give you his phone number.
Yes, thank you. And like I say, I'm available days and nights. I will try my best to take every call and return all calls that I can. My phone number is 651-769-4108. Again, 769-4108. And
That's-
feel free to call me with any ideas, any concern that you may have. We can always discuss.
That's great. And I know that there may be some viewers who are watching this evening who are Hmong as well, and maybe you have a special little message that you would like to relay to them.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Nhớ rằng chân để chỉ cái tin rằng nó cũng ya và bị cái mình xong nó cũng ya từ City Council candidate or là kia sĩ từ nhất trâu district trâu là ward trâu nhất trâu là east side nữa bé mua cho và bé sang là bạn đi block cho một trâu block cho chip phá tù chỉ ta lên đó bé khó chia tê là là trả trâu nữa đó là chỉ và ni bỏ hay thì kỹ xa này một sao trâu midnight chỉ là một trâu Lapenter là một trâu adjutant chỉ ni lên từ họ nhớ trâu chia tê luôn ra hậu chỉ và ni nó cũng khó war là thì cũng khó chia tê thành rồi cho nên số tụ ni yêu vào thì chỉ share hay thì ni share đại drama là cái video nó ta ni ham muốn luôn một question ấy chỉ ni hú đồ cũ đó cú sao tông nhá và trên screen TV ni bỏ nó chỉ ta lên đó xin cú tụ sao tông ya trâu chỉ ý xả trâu chúa upload ý sinh gì trâu chỉ ý xả trâu chúa upload ý sinh gì là ya một trâu cú khảo website xiongforsamport.org lên đó xin ni muốn luôn đó chỉ hú đồ cú ya dùng share nó ni thả cho hay thì ý sai bây giờว่าเขาหรือจะชิปป้าหรือจะไปเที่ยว improve ตัวใช้อีสานนะก็ป้าตัวไปจะไปสั่งตัวใช้อีสานนะก็ตั้งตัวว่าจ้ะ
Okay, very good. And that, of course, was the summary of everything we've said in the whole show.
Absolutely. Yes.
I could have said it better myself if I could have said it, right?
Yes.
Very good. Well, and the other couple of things that I want to make sure that we get in before the end of the show, because we have about 8 minutes or so left,
Okay.
is that I want folks to know that you have a number of other endorsements that I think are very important. So why don't you tell our viewers about some of your other endorsements, because you received the Take Action endorsement. So go ahead, and then you've got some other endorsements too.
Yes. Basically, I got endorsement from, of course, from the Green Party.
Yeah.
And that's one of the first that support me from the beginning. And then I also got screened by Take Action in Minnesota, and over 83% endorsed me of the members. They screen and support me. So I got endorsement from Take Action Minnesota. I also got endorsement from the Labor and endorsement from the Hmong American Leader Council of Minnesota. So I'm waiting to hear from the National Realtor Minnesota, SPAR. They just interviewed me last week, so I'm waiting to hear back from them. So quite a few.
Well, let's hope that they endorse one of their own. My goodness, you'd be out there working for the people and, you know, helping them with the houses as well.
Correct. Correct.
So now with the last few minutes that we have, I know that there's a lot of other issues and a lot of other topics, but what are a couple of other things that you want to make sure that we touched on before we end the program?
Well, basically, just to summary a little bit here, my platform and my vision to bring to St. Paul is that we wanted to reduce crimes. Of course, that's my number one vision there. My secondly, it's to stabilize and reduce property tax for homeowner, because as we all mentioned, that property value are going down and property tax are going up. That doesn't make sense. We want to make sure that's stabilized for a resident. And the other issues is that we want to reduce all vacant homes in the east side. And the fourth things are we want to make sure that we have education for our kids, which is more resource, more teachers out there, make sure that they have good programming for our kids, and that's a very important thing. And there's a lot of issues like parks and recs and those, but you know, I can talk all night about my platform, but I know we ran out of time. So a couple of things we do have this coming Saturday over Poly Coffee right on the corner of Payne and Cottage. You know
Ann Pollinchek, she has been on the program here in the past.
Yes.
So our viewers, they know where Polly's is,
yes,
because they've heard all about it. And I heard that the weekend after or whatever she was on here, that people actually went over to her coffee shop to try to find her. So
yes,
there you go.
And we will have a meet and greet at the Poly Coffee down there on Saturday, Saturday, October 8th. from 10 to 12, and I want to invite everyone to come in and meet me and ask questions, share your ideas, your thoughts about this, and I'll be open from there. So I'll be there early at 9 o'clock, but feel free to stop in at 9 to noon there and to meet me and, ask your questions and concern there. So.
Yeah, that's very good. And then, of course, I've met your wife. I know she is working very hard on your campaign as well. And then you've got some children too, right?
Absolutely. Apologize. I should have.
That's all right. That's okay.
Introduce them at first, but yes, I married my wife long time. 1992. We have been married for so many years here, and we got 3 kids and 3 beautiful kids. First, in fact, my daughter just graduated from high school this year, and she went to she's going to UW Stout in Menominee, Wisconsin. That's where I graduated and got my received my guidance and counseling degree, which is a master's degree in UW Stout. And I had 3 kids, 2 daughters, 1 son. And my wife, my daughters, my son, they all support me. They're doing door knock every night. My daughter come home over the weekend and help me to make phone call and door knock every night. So my family is very supportive. So
exactly. Now you just told a little bit something I didn't realize, that you have a background in guidance, career and guidance counseling.
Correct.
Well, I can see where that certainly is a good tool to have in your toolbox, going to city council and serving there, because you would have an understanding of what's needed to for people's jobs and for careers, and probably have a passion for helping people be able to prepare for those kinds of things.
Yeah, because of my background, and I think I work well with kids, and because of my education background, that I've been dealing with kids, working with kids, and we know what they want, we know what we know how to treat them, and that's why. And my kids are, like I said, my kids are beautiful. They are very nice people. They're helping not just my family. Over the weekend, I can take my family and help others as well. So that's why.
And I think, again, just in conclusion, that is one of the things that really struck me about your campaign and about the people who are supporting you, is that it's about community. It's about working for what is best for the community, not just looking at what's best for special interests, not just what's best for the kingmakers, but it's what's best for our community collectively, together, that we're all working together, and that's what we need to do if we're going to be successful.
Yeah, I think a good leader, I think we need to listen, respect to your resident, and listen to them. You want to hear the concerns, and that's why I'm here today, and telling everyone that I listen to people, I care about the people, and that's why we are here, and telling everyone that yes, I am, and I'm looking for all of your support, and looking for your help me to get into city council, and then we can work together, improve the city of St. Paul for a better city for everyone to live. Exactly.
And of course, election date is November 8th, and in St. Paul it is ranked choice voting. So B, I'm assuming you want to be everyone's first choice.
Absolutely, and yes, this year St. Paul brought in the ranked choice system that we use, in which you will rank your candidate as #1 choice, and that's why we are here today, explain that ranked choice. It's a very good system. For example, Ward 1, you may have 4 or 5 different candidates. Now you can select all 5 candidates, and you rank #1, #2, who you think you like the most, and you rank #1, #2. And in Ward 6, particularly, we only have 2 candidates, so you can vote for 2, or you can just vote for 1.
Right. So basically, in Ward 6, in B. Kevin Zhang's ward, just vote for 1.
Just vote for B. Kevin Zhang as ranked #1.
Right. Rank #1. That's an easy one. Exactly.
That's all you
exactly.
need to do.
Well, I want to thank you very much, B. Kevin, for coming on the program. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Diana, thank you so much for inviting me here, and it's my pleasure to be here and talk to you tonight and meet some of the callers tonight. And I hope to meet a lot of people in the next coming days and nights, and work together to improve the city.
Yes, very
Thank you.
good. And we'll be watching those returns on November 8th and be Kevin Zhang the winner.
Thank you.
Yes, very good. And for our viewers out there, I want to thank you for tuning in to this evening's program. Thank you very much. And of course, we'll be back next week with a new program, new topic. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.